Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Justice for all. It's time for the last case of the game. Farewell, my turnabout. Let's go. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja? Or maybe Captain Saipan, all the way from the lovely tropical islands of Saipan? I see the students of a certain starry school are raring to win, and global hero Onyakapon doesn't want to go home without the grand prize. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me! Whoa! The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst! It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior, the Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. March 20th, 7:42 p.m., Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall.
All right, yes! Did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai. He did it!
Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. You're like 26. You're not that old. I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice.
So the person everyone was cheering for? I guess he got the prize? Yup. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai? No. Every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Give it a rest, Pearly.
Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time.
Ah, it's like a dream.
Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess, warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar.
Hey, you're right. Strange, he'd walk around without his signature guitar. I'll never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. Aw, it was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks.
Hey, Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon.
Then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that. Press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something. Confessing? Sounds pretty serious.
Nick, come on. You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you?
Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Thank you very much for inviting us today. It was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all.
Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately?
Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show, while wearing a rabbit mask over my face.
Oh, I see.
I'm still really sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright. Well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai. And he was the first case Maya worked on with me.
Too bad you look scary, or people'd know you're a real softy who's good with kids.
Thanks? I can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai.
Can't believe it either, but for a different reason.
Steel Samurai. An epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch-nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo-Old Tokyo. And last year, they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids, too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this one.
Yeah, it's too bad. It'd been awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt Ungard. He's super popular right now. Mr. Ungard?
Looks like Pearl doesn't know who he is.
This year, it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus the Jammin' Ninja at the box office.
Jammin' Ninja? Who's that again? Who is this Jammin' Ninja again?
He's a hero, duh! His symbol is a bright red guitar he's always carrying.
A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work?
With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in his hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time.
A ninja who becomes a star?
Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star.
There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time.
You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai's on guard, and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja, I mean.
Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Ungard, the actor. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling, happy place. Yeah. I'm a lawyer. I really owe you one. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't know what would have happened. What you did, it was a real tight spot I was in, and you fought so hard to get me out. I don't care what happens. I'll never forget everything you've done for me. March 20th, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Wow, what is this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, can't be. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Corrida's room. Juan Corrida. His name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. To Mr. Ungard from the Global Studios staff. Ah, it'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright from all your grateful clients. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt Ungard's room. Matt Ungard. I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, Maya's always yammering about him like the obsessed fan she is. There are toilets in each room in this hotel. Since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start.
All right! I'm so pumped! I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai Smelting.
Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference.
You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So, what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers?
Well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Sorry. Yeah, so I guess you were all going to the press conference then.
Yeah, of course!
If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in.
Press conference ticket. Seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show.
Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby.
It looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice.
They called this so suddenly that something about it just seems off, you know?
You mean the press conference?
Yeah, he said, there's something I'd like to confess if I win. I heard he faxed his request for a conference into the office only yesterday.
Yesterday? Yeah, that is kind of sudden.
But I guess his manager set everything up somehow, so he was lucky.
Nice manager.
Hey, is my face really all that scary? Kids won't come anywhere near me. But when I cover my face, they're all shocked because then they figure out who I am.
Well, I don't personally think you look scary. Me either. I think your face makes you look like a very kind person.
Aw, those two are making Mr. Powers tear up. So are you Maya's little sister?
I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, and you must be Mr. Wright's little sister.
Again, I'm sorry, but...
Then, whose little sister are you?
I'm sorry, but I'm an only child.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Pearl looks so sad. He looks really sorry, too.
So, you're going to study to become a lawyer too. Am I right or am I right? Must be real tough. There's all those thick books with hard words you have to read.
Well...
Oh, yeah, Mr. Powers doesn't know that Maya's a spirit medium.
I thought he'd be able to tell by my clothes.
Maybe he thinks that you've got some strange hobby or on the side or something.
Hey, wait a sec. What's that supposed to mean?
March 20th, Gatewater Hotel, hotel lobby. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large gaudy lobby to match.
I think they're going to have the post-ceremony show over there.
They're using a compact stage, I see.
Oh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power.
Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances.
What? Why?
Ow, you didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We're asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police. Police? Did they just say the police? Do you want me to go check out what's going on? Wait. I'll come with you. Freeze!
Hang on. Please, you two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move! That voice... I've heard that voice somewhere before. Obviously, youth these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. The other day, it was the same thing. There was a small beware bridge out and come along the snot-nosed brat to the bridge. Tried the boy on the bridge was out. Listen, of course not. He had to be careful. Bridge was out part was too dangerous. Kids, honestly. Well, I really let him have it, then knocked him clear off the bridge. Hopefully kids these days don't know.
This non-stop chattering. It can't be. Miss Oldbag?
What is it? You young whippersnappers. Do I know you? Wait, you! You're Powers, aren't you?
Yeah, About what happened back then.
You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program trying to play nice.
Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job.
I love that show, and you're a hoot! You're the Big Brother character, right? Yes, even though you're covered by a mask, or a work of art, you know? I mean, if you didn't wear a mask, who knows how many TVs you'd break? Ah, they're getting what they deserve, and what I thought.
What are you doing here?
Look at my uniform, and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security. But that outfit... Annoying, nosy brats, get the blaster! These eyes of mine are real pros. Blah, 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 blah. And these eyes of mine are real pros.
Miss Oldbag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios?
Oh, that old place. Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip.
What incident? What did you do?
I didn't do anything, you youngin'. Don't you remember that incident a year ago? When that lady got on the witness stand and testified.
Yeah.
And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me? This fragile girl at heart?
I plead the fifth.
But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault.
Me?
I thought about being a bodyguard at first, after being handed old Pinky.
You? A bodyguard?
For your friend, that fiery, good-looking man with the red jacket and the ruffles.
Mr. Edgeworth?
But...
that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me.
That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that?
So, did something happen?
I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again.
An incident? Like a murder kind of incident?
Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that.
Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard? At least for other people's sake?
Silence, whippersnapper!
Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips.
Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out.
No way. The police told us not to go anywhere, remember?
Huh? How boring. You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick?
Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one.
But listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick...
Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look.
Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick?
That would be every time we work a case together.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly. Goody! I get to come! I get to come!
There's nothing really out of the ordinary here.
Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about?
Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we'd better go look somewhere else.
Alright, then let's try...
Excuse me.
Ah!
Are you, by chance, Miss Maya Fey?
Yeah, that's me.
You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk.
A call? I wonder if it's someone from Karain Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay.
Right this way, Miss Fey.
Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, okay.
This is a little exciting and a little scary. It's a feast fit for a king.
Yeah,
It was the first time I ate that food. What was it called again? I think it started with kiwi?
that's right. A kiwi.
I don't know what to say. It's a sweet but sour fruit all in one.
Poor Pearls. Having eaten only vegetables all her life, she's been missing out. Come on, not even fruit? Just vegetables? This sure is one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy, with how it blends together everything fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? The award ceremony was just held on that stage. It was really fabulous.
You just reminded me of the circus for a second. I wonder if everyone is alright.
I heard that Very Big Circus just recently started holding performances again. I'm sure they're all fine, Pearls. There's a grand set of doors over there. The doors Maya followed the bellboy out of. I told you, I get people the info they want, which means that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. Oh, no, wait. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go in. What's your problem? Just you wait, it'll be all over the morning paper. Gruffy detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I'll get you back.
Those two sound pretty serious.
That southern accent can only mean...
Hey, Wright!
Hey, Lotta.
Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my...
No, this is not it.
Come on, do a gal a favor and
I've lost it.
Y'all, come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights.
You! Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is the scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros.
A murder?
Ah, shoot. Me and my big mouth.
See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so.
I always trust my gut. Murder, it said. That's what it is. Genuine murder. Hey, wait!
Yeehaw! A murder of a big star, no less.
Oh, man, I'm in... Oh, man, I'm in trouble now. So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder? No, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal.
Mr. Nick? Is the dead person the Nickel Samurai?
Huh? Why do you ask?
Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so...
It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. What? The guy that died was this hero named the Jammin' Ninja, pal. The Jammin' Ninja.
That woman with the big puppy hair that looks like cotton candy.
You mean Lotta?
That woman, she was there that time too, right?
That time?
When Mystic Maya did that channeling.
Oh, that time. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there.
Journalist?
Looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened. Hanging around? Yeah, hiding in wait in front of the Jamming Ninja's door, pal. But why would she? You wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? So the victim was the Jammin' Ninja?
Mr. Jammin' Ninja?
He was on a real popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai.
Oh.
The victim was the action star, Juan Corrida. He got a huge push and rode the express train to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Yeah, even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that Madame Guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight. I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy.
Mr. Ungard? That's the Nickel Samurai, right?
Yup. I mean, no! You've got to say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai! Anyway, so now that Juan Corrida's gone, that means Mr. Ungard has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know. Can't have that happen? What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Nickel Samurai. He really took the Grand Prix tonight. Mine is a big fan of his. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then.
Why are you sorry?
Ben Ungard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Juan Corrida.
What?
I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Juan Corrida and Matt Ungard are. Can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. They even debuted around the same time, so they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal! I never knew he thought of me as a rival. That girl is number 3 on my people I've seen a lot of lately list. Oh, then who's number 1? As if you need to ask. It's you, pal. So who's number 2? IFA, but it looks like she's not around this time.
Must be nice to be such good friends with each other, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Somehow I don't think that's the real meaning of Detective Gumshoe's list. I was really shocked by what happened to her in that one case. I didn't know she had such an awesome power!
Awesome power?
I thought maybe I should do some self-improvement and take up a hobby. So I went out and bought some morning glory seeds and planted them, pal! That's a good way to improve yourself. Oh ho ho! Well, it's nothing really. I look good. I think I've lost some weight, pal. It's only wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, huh? In that case, I wishfully think I've lost some weight. I wishfully think he might face the facts one day. Lately, I've been on the instant noodle-only diet, pal. Why was Mr. Ungard arrested? I'm sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water.
Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this...
Yeah, I know. She'd make me take this case. I know. Hey, so what's going on, Mr. Wright? Looks like Juan Corrida has been killed. What? Juan is... He's... It looks like he was murdered, and a suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Matt Ungard. You're joking, right? Nope. They arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja. Oh, not again. I feel sick.
Again?
About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls. I still can't believe... No way. No way, Matt would. Mr. Powers got in his hand. Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. Got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. Radio transceiver. Originally from the bellboy, it can transmit and receive signals over great distances. For me? But why? I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway.
Mr. Juan? He's the Jammin' Ninja, right?
Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I'd say that Matt was the only one who almost always came out on top. I guess some people only know how to relate to others by butting heads like a ram. Juan said that he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show.
And that was the Jammin' Ninja?
The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burnin' Jammin' Ninja. Well, things turned real messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. And the final tally? Look around. It's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. Final win over his rival, I guess. Mr. On Guard was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. So, if you wanted to get technical about it, it was this Nickel Samurai's conference. The Nickel Samurai's? Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way. He was going to be in costume? But why? I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore.
I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time.
Now that she mentions it, Maya was only going to answer a phone call.
Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her.
Ah!
What is it, Mr. Nick?
Huh? I'm not sure. Coming for this transceiver. Yes, hello? Right here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as...
Help! Nick! Mystic Maya?
Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now. Don't fall apart on me yet. No, this can't be. Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom? Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. My sight. Everything's fading away. Maya's been kidnapped. You there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition, and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal. Complete acquittal? What in the world have you done to need... I am not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Juan Cordo was killed, and the suspect is Matt on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal from Matt on guard. Matt on guard? But why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree and do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me, in my possession.
Help! Nick!
Maya! You have 2 days. Of course, tonight you will be in questioning with the police. But the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? You expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you. so don't let me down. Oh, yes, that's right. Now that I am playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say. And don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it! Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... the Killer.
Mr. Nick, where is Mystic Maya?
He's been kidnapped.
No, it's all my fault. If only I had gone with Mystic Maya.
Not your fault, Pearls.
But it is. Mystic Maya.
You're right. I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya.
Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier?
Detective Gumshoe! Yes, that's it! Wait here and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Ransom? Not so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal for Madame Guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya. You mean... then this means Madame Guard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. But the guy said that Mr. On Guard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. If On Guard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? And the forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence that it feels like something is wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about On Guard being set up? Anyway, it looks like he won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright. Isn't there another way? We've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right.
Ow, my head. Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. What happened to me? Nick? Pearly? Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore.
I see you have awoken.
Who are you?
Me. I am known as the Killer.
The killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die.
Don't worry. You are not my target. For now, anyway.
Nick! Nick! Where are you? Help me!
Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Huh? What? Nick's going to save me?
Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction.
A business transaction?
I am going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well.
Nick, what's going to happen to me? Nick, Hurley, this.
Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... March 21st, 8:11 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Good morning!
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, come on, let's hurry and go see Mr. On Guard.
We have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 a.m., so...
Oh, I see. Mystic Maya, if only I had gone with you.
Poor Pearls. She's been like this since last night. We managed to get home somehow yesterday evening, thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. But by the looks of it, I don't think Pearl got any sleep at all last night.
Mr. Nick, Miss Maya, she's all right, right?
Yeah, she's all right. Either way, I'm going to save her. You can trust me on that.
Please, please, help her.
I'm only able to stay this calm and collected because Pearls is doing the crying for the both of us.
I have a thought.
Huh?
You're going to represent Mr. On Guard, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't really seem to have a choice.
But what if he is the real murderer? What would you do then, Mr. Nick? Would you fight to get a not guilty for a murderer to save Mystic Maya?
Pearls. Let's talk to Mr. Ungard first, okay? We can think all the bad things we want, but it doesn't change a thing.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about it.
Pearls, you're really worried about Maya, aren't you?
I don't have anyone else left in this world.
What do you mean?
My family's all gone.
Your family?
My father? He left my mother in the village behind and went away.
I'm sorry.
And my mother, she did that thing all for me. Mystic Maya, she's like a sister to me. She is all I have left in this world.
"8:57 a.m. We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one nickel samurai charged with the murder of the Jammin Ninja. Good morning. How are you today? I know this situation might be a little tough for you. We're... Oh, sorry, dude. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. Oh, no. We're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Fire extinguishers? I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No. We're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay?
The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he?
I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time. Huh? You're a lawyer, dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it?
Mr. Nick, this is our chance.
I have to make him let me take his case. I have to. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my autobiography's coming out soon, so... if I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay?
Mr. On Guard is so lucky. He has so many people he can talk to.
I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. Does he have a mind of his own? Mr. On Guard, I would like to ask you about the murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking on behalf of a tabloid. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay?
Is he alright, Mr. Nick?
If we're talking about Mr. Unguard's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. Studio president said, even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows that I'm not the murderer. Hang on real quick. Spam call. Even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows that I'm not the murderer.
Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji?
It's a mountain in the city of near old Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. Mr. On guard, this is an attorney's badge. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't have the free time to be looking at things like that. Huh? I'm much too busy with Nickel Samurai stuff right now. I don't have the time to take a lawyer correspondence course. Why does he believe I'm a salesman? Insurance, then extinguishers, now this?
Mr. Nick, what are you going to do with that?
I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to him. That a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real nice one, too. I got it as a present from someone. Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. Yeah. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah. You're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. Man, it's too bad he's dead. You killed him. That's the most logical conclusion, don't you agree? Dude, what are you talking about? You're making a huge mistake. If that's such a mistake, then why did they issue an arrest warrant for you? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the guy in charge of this place, okay?
Stars sure know a lot of people, don't they?
I wonder if that phone even really gets reception here. I guess you're right about the warrant after all. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might be making some progress here. You've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of like a mentor to you? Powers? Oh yeah! He's the guy on that kid's exercise program! I gave him an autograph just the other day. He doesn't see Mr. Powers as a mentor at all. What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Huh? Me? Yes, while you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. You didn't know? That's odd. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please, wait! I really need to take your case. There's always other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few?
Please, please let Mr. Nick represent you.
Man, oh man. Lawyers these days. Now you dudes use kids to pull in clients too? If you don't take me as your lawyer, then DeKiller is going to... Wait, what did you just say? DeKiller. DeKiller? What's he doing? He looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude. I accept your terms. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court.
We did it! We did it, Mr. Nick!
Yeah. I don't feel any better for it. He doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Man, I think my lucky stars that people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero, and you're in the national spotlight.
I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? It's real great to be the Nickel Samurai. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular.
True enough. The Nickel Samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretarians right now. I guess Mr. On Guard has a way of catching the eyes of women.
You know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad.
But everyone loves a good scandal. Can you tell me about your activities last night?
After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my Nickel Samurai costume.
You were alone the entire time?
The manager was running around being busy, so yeah.
Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show?
I told you, dude. I have no idea about any press conference, alright?
That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something.
Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy.
Mr. Corrido was already dead at that time?
Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager.
I'm beginning to gather that this guy doesn't do a thing on his own.
And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then, out of the blue, the dude arrested me.
About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. What sort of...
Got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me.
Oh.
And he wanted to try to make a gem and ninja movie, even though we all know it'd fail.
Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right?
Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill that guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know?
Do you know why you were arrested?
I guess maybe my full body search went badly?
Did they find something on you?
They found a button from the Gem and Ninja's costume.
A button?
I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants, or hakama. Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious.
I wonder if that's what really happened. I guess it's about all I'm going to get out of him.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
Let's ask one more thing. Let's test Mr. On Guard to see if he really is innocent or not.
We can do that?
Yes. If you use this.
Maya's Magatama.
He won't be able to hide any secrets from you, Mr. Nick. I'm sure of it.
Get it! Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Please answer me honestly.
What is it, dude?
Did you kill Mr. Juan Corrida? Please put the phone away and answer this question yourself.
Alright. Just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corrida, okay? Well, Mr. Nick?
Nothing. Not a chain or lock in sight.
Which means it's alright to trust him.
Yeah, it does appear that way. Well, at least I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing my client is innocent.
The trial's tomorrow, right? I'm counting on you, dude.
To be continued. Investigation Part 2. 11:34 a.m. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. On Guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important.
So now what should we do?
Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocent. We have to find the real killer.
Okay, then let's start looking.
The lawyer dude. So what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show? I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? Strange, I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Okay.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you! What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed, is that true? It's a bad rerun, is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds.
You know, that's not entirely...
I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop at one by one like flies? It's always been that way ever since I was a little girl. The class hamster was fine until it was my turn. I'm the Queen Reaper, I was dubbed. Whoever's name and evil spell.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened.
Don't push me, boy.
Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast.
Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants. My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes my heart go ba-dump again.
I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? I'd watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my Juan.
But I haven't said anything.
Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway.
Huh? What woman?
That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking always supposed to be? And why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maiden, I was so beautiful. Despite that, I pressed flowers or even read the stars.
Pearls, are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something.
Thank you very much.
Hey, are you paying attention? You youngins today.
I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened during the time of the murder.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready.
Getting ready? For what?
The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards.
Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
Ah, I see.
But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly.
What?
I saw the most important moment of the night.
The most important moment? You don't mean...
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child? When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today.
Please tell me, what did you see? Fucking bitch.
The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't?
Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please.
If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present.
Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. Hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess.
Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta.
Hey, Mr. Cop fella, the thief showed his face.
What?
Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty.
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright?
Looked here and there and up and down the mountain and it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep?
What are you looking for?
My camera! Camera! It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera.
Your camera?
Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are.
Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble.
Huh?
So you lost your camera?
It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new.
But didn't you just say you bought it for $700?
I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. Done made me cry at that.
When did you lose your camera?
Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie.
Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours?
I don't really know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. Besides, couldn't get anything for my big scoop.
Wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. A very expensive item valued at $1,600. It was stolen around the time of the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder.
Well, before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Ungard was arrested.
What were you doing here?
You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had.
A big scoop?
I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, course, that's 'cause I'm always looking for the perfect shot.
Wonder what scoop she was after this time.
Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time.
Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture of your big scoop?
Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof?
What kind of story was it that you would hang around here?
Oops. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know.
Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we?
Haha, yep. Take that, Mr. Lawyer.
I'm glad someone around here is happy. It's Lotta and your eye rule smile.
I just bought that camera. Who did it? The thieving rascal!
Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that.
When I find the bugger who done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet.
If you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Corrida's hotel room.
Mr. Nick, where are we?
This is Mr. Juan Corrida's room, Pearls.
Mr. Corrida?
The victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So, what happened? The kidnapper, has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ungard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you've got to keep quiet. My neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy.
Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you.
Ah, wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for your own good. For its own good.
Mr. Nick, I got a map!
That's great, Pearls.
But, Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says.
Oops. Okay, this is easy. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death? They're looking at the fingerprints down to the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yup. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Unguard's prints, pal. Bad. Real bad. Foot of Juan Corda's murder scene. Why was Mr. Unguard arrested? Because we had evidence on him.
Evidence?
Looks like the victim, Juan Corda, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you could tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during a fight, his button came off. Mr. Unguard said something about a button. Something like one of the gym and ninja's buttons got on his Hakama. But that's not all. What? That was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something around where the Vic was that's a little off. Something that's a little off? As in, that's for you to figure out, pal!
Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
That's your present from the kidnapper, huh? While you're talking, it sends and receives radio waves. If we could trace that...
Yeah, we could use it to find out where the bad guy is.
It uses radio waves, huh? I got it. I'll go find a radio scanner and let you borrow it, pal.
Wow, there are a lot of bears.
Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. Pretty overwhelming. There a kind of bear he doesn't have?
There's even a few in the trash can.
Yeah, get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears.
Poor teddies.
Hard to bear with all these problems. Growl. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick? So messy here.
Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Okay. That over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops. For a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya. The suitcase. There's so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. This is clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator?
Do All-Stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corda?
There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator.
The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty.
Empty? It's too much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut.
Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam, too.
Maybe red was his favorite color. Looks like Mr. Corda had dinner last night.
This bottle, it's tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the award show last night. But I wonder if the star had gone on stage only after eating a meager meal like this.
So that's a bed, right?
Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft!
Big beds must be a rarity for her. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable.
That's strange. The guitar's not here.
Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show.
But Mystic Maya... She said the bright red guitar was the Gem and Ninja's signature item.
That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
Found next to the victim, there is some water, but only on top of the lid. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. Probably where Mr. Corda fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
Flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. Probably where this came from.
But doesn't it seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
He's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright?
Found next to the victim, it's filled with tomato juice. No sign it's been drank. You look at this photo and you can't help it. Makes you want to say, I can't believe this is the scene of a murder! Stabbed with a knife after a struggle. A clue is sleeping in this photo somewhere. I know it. What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that? This is just what I heard, pal, but that's the Jam and Ninja signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you take me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course.
But the guitar is missing.
Yeah, we looked for it too. Not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an award show. Starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal? The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So, does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. And you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash.
What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ow!
At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ugh. Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change?
So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you.
Ow!
Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat!
Ah!
I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful.
Ah!
Detective, come over here for a second.
Yeah!
I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment.
He was so scared he just froze up on the spot.
Mr. Phoenix Wright! You have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine.
Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you?
What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor.
Ow. What did she just throw at me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I'd better get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. We want a hotel on guard's hotel room.
Where are we?
We're in Mr. Matt on guard's dressing room. This is our client's room.
May I help you with something?
We're...
You're Mr. Ungard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail.
How did you know I'm his lawyer?
You were just saying that he was your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Ungard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct?
Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business.
All right. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. That's the bedroom over there.
That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here.
Probably Mr. Ungard's suitcase. For someone who was only going to be here for an award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he was about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
There's some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here.
I think that jacket-looking thing is called,
Hoppy? Is it just happy? Like happy, but hoppy? Whatever it is, I'm sure something like this would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. Looks like dishes left over from dinner. A dinner for two at that.
I'm sure they're Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews' plate.
Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks?
I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Ungard. In this very room, I might add.
Dinner? What did you eat?
I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me.
I bet she's a lot of fun at parties.
When the awards show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall.
And after the show ended, you came back to this room?
No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby.
Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess?
When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Ungard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corrida.
And that's when you found his body, isn't it?
You really held strong through everything?
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and...
Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Ungard and I are related, are you?
Sorry.
I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer. Why does she have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright?
I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Ungard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corrida, have one? No, he did not. He didn't? Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya!
Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? I asked to become Mr. Ungard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. Ungard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing as he's told. He's always saying, my manager. Right, Mr. Nick? Did you know the victim, Mr. Corrida? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have had to die. Got a hunch this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corrida was killed. That's Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man, a man with a good heart. But that's all he is and ever will be. What a horrible thing to say. Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Wright. Huh? For a second, her face twisted in pain.
I wonder if something happened to Miss Andrews.
Do you have any ideas? As to? As to why Mr. Corrida was murdered. Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Many ideas. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Is it a psyche lock, Mr. Nick?
Yes. There's getting to be more and more of these lately. Oh, Mr. Wright! How are you? Ah, Mr. Powers. Have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there were 3 samurai brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai. It's a Love Y in Neo-Old Tokyo. I see. Wait, a Love what? A Love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at a tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl? Anyways, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation. Like Romeo and Juliet, times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearls?
What happens next? I want to know! Miss Sayo. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started off from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a real lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar? Then, the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Mizola. Jammin versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. It's too bad for him. Yeah. This kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Mizola?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Which show should I watch?
I can't believe she's really considering it. Sorry. Sorry. That guitar case, that was Juan's. I'm guessing you've seen this case before? It's pretty famous by now. Stands out because it holds the bright red guitar. The bright red guitar, the Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
But if the guitar is so important, how could he forget it for the award ceremony?
That does seem a little strange. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman? What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
A rumor?
If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy, he looks like a lion that just found his next meal. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Oh, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, so take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corda didn't have a manager of his own. Which means, if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA... Adrian Andrews? Yes, exactly! This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers looks so happy!
Girls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Article from the tabloid Gossip Land. A superstar in an ultra-hot, mega-secret love scandal? Reliable sources say Juan Corda has been getting in close with the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Okay, hang on real quick.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
Called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Corda's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this.
It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here. See how it says to my dearest Wendy in more normal letters here?
This sloppy, unreadable writing?
It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on. Windy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Juan Corda's autograph to my dearest Windy is written on it. Okay. Oops. What do you witnessed?
All right, I'll be honest with you now.
Then please, tell us what you saw.
Oh, what a waste. Here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you young'uns' expenses. I am a little devil after all.
Doesn't that imply you weren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want.
That's Juan's autograph!
Yes, it is.
And it even says to my dearest Windy on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Windy Oldbag, so that Windy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Windy. Somehow, I don't think Juan had this Windy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Wright. You win. Windy Oldbag ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan.
Autograph given to Windy Dearest.
I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
Tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding.
Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course! I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more.
Gift certificate?
I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. You're gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Ungard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in, I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken.
A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like.
I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it.
What did Mr. Ungard ever do to deserve this? What did Mr. Ungard do to you to make you so...
You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan.
Mr. Nick!
What is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress.
Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptresses mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose.
His own manager? But why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
It's one of Juan's biggest secrets. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
Do you have proof that Mr. Ungard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Of course. A tabloid.
Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it?
Ha!
Oh wait, the Criminal Affairs Department.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Great. Now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Thanks, Francisca. You said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done?
Okay. I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick? Aw, it's kinda cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name?
That's the Blue Badger! It was my idea. I made it. It's this precinct's mascot, you know?
Oh, wow!
I'll get him a signed mascot of every police station if it's the last thing I do.
I hope you succeed in your mission, sir.
This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? The Hero of Heroes Award ceremony? Grand prize got away from the Jammin' Ninja again? Shouldn't you be reading something more important? Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. A break and spit it out, you low-life scum. Turkey sandwich? Don't she eat ham every day? Get sick of it or something? He must be doing image training for interrogations. Alright. What do you think about this article? If you're talking about her thing with Juan, I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it? That's it. That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What do you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Okay. There's the giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Actually, the crime happened at the recently completed hotel in the center of town. The Gatewater Imperial Hotel. Just how far are they going to expand their empire? I might be able to do this. It's just 2, so yeah, big scoop. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop! What I want to know about are the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there is my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. Gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Grrrr. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corda and this person? This woman? She's Adrian Andrews, Matt and Guard's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja? It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup?
Yeah. You gotta have that, what's it? News sauce?
You mean news source?
That's it! Show me something that shows that Juan guy had something with Miss Andrews.
This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Gem and Midnight Rendezvous. For the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A.
What?
Mr. Corda didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Ungard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were looking around Mr. Corda's door last night.
What?
You were looking into Mr. Corda and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you?
You got it! I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting.
But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news.
What you say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up that reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Let's spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story.
Wow, Lotta. Nice journalistic integrity you got there.
I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know? But the paper I wrote on it, my note to myself, it's gone.
Your note to yourself?
It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story, didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me.
Yeah, I understand.
It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now, anyways? Never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me.
You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Okay. Well, maybe now that I've done all that, maybe Gumshoe will be available again. Yes! Dr. Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back!
Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight.
But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive.
So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Who?
And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. Ungard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. Fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints? Whose are they?
You didn't even have to ask them, Missy. It's obvious. They're Matt Ungard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Oh, well... I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ungard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way!
We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corda? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide.
Suicide?
Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was Juan Corda's manager. The victim's manager? That's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knows about the business from square one.
Her mentor?
A woman who was both Mr. Corda's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor? Did her suicide have something to do with this case? You want to know more about her, pal? She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence.
I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Von Karma!
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you?
I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't? You don't mean...
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's...
Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start... Quiet!
If it weren't for traitors like you...
I would have won. Is that what you want to say?
Who?
That voice. Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right?
This is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francisca.
You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are.
You are talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country.
You
seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll see you tomorrow, in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Huh. So the same wild mare she always was. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick!
I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone who you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. The power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened,
However, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, "I will defeat you this time," the instant she sees me. But courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough.
Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here.
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
She has that psyche lock on her heart, right?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. 25 years old, so Phoenix is probably 25 years old as well.
What's wrong?
How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Mr. Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life. No, I would never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep. You're in detention. Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard?
Mr. Nick?
Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person on all this. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died.
But her death was ruled a suicide, right?
Yes. But there's still one rule we've yet to solve. One riddle we've yet to solve.
A riddle?
Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note that just vanished, huh?
Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
Suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note?
There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
But who would hide such a thing?
The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself.
The victim?
He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note.
Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why?
As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway.
Part 1? Deceased, Celeste Impax, found by Juan Corrida. Was her suicide note hidden?
I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2.
2 parts?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part.
The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide? The attempter's name... It's Adrian Andrews.
Miss Andrews? What did she do?
She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she always tries to hide.
A secret?
Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside.
Miss Andrews? Dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Okay. Damn! Oh, it's at the top. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature?
Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And? And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that?
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Attempted suicide report. Attempter Adrian Andrews. Reason: shock from Celeste Impax's suicide. Appearances can be deceiving. Such a cliché saying, but it's cliché because it's true. Miss Andrews, I think that behind that unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. There we go.
Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you?
That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
What is that?
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel real sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right. What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
I'd like to ask you about this. I don't do trifling matters. Alrighty. Motive for murder. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? Truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with other people. You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow, I highly doubt that. Does it want impacts or this? Let's try this. Yeah, okay. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me need to get close to Mr. Corda, as if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Corda for this person's sake? It's either Matt and Guard or Impacts. Yeah, it's Impacts. Yeah. Celeste Impacts, your mentor.
How'd you know about Celeste?
Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corda's manager. So, I believe you got close to Mr. Corda so you can find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckracker for a putrid third-rate tabloid.
Miss Andrews?
There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Because her suicide note was potentially hidden. Miss Impacts' suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corda.
Juan?
And Miss Andrews. I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corda.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rambling long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It has nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very important to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it. Went through with it too, didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that's all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corda of hiding Miss Impacts' note. You heard about it, and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Corda dead.
Me?
Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder? It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews.
This one thing, the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews?
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Andrews. I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion.
Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
Her not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands.
Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am.
You don't look fine to me.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impax's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
Hello? Wright and Co. Law offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
Phew.
Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya! Let me hear her! Very well.
Ask my...
Maya, is that you?
sis! Ask my sis!
Maya! Maya! Damn it, he cut me off.
Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that?
Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Well, that was quick! That BAM! Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come ask me anything you want about her.
How's Maya?
She's safe. For now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker.
Ah!
Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her?
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not gonna die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. Picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. It's locked. But this door's locked seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then, click! They magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it! This shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried.
Bam. Now on to the trial. 2 hours! More than 2 hours! What a long investigation. Oh boy! Oh boy! This is great. Loving this so far. Man, the final cases really are just the absolute highlight of these games. Like, everything leading up to it is, like, pretty good to decent. And then the final case is just, like, the best thing you've ever played. I love it. It's great. Anyway, just the investigation was fun to do. And relearning Adrian Andrews is really, really good. Because Adrian Andrews returns in the third game. Only as a side character in a side case, so it's not too much, but it is still interesting to have her come back, especially with how much of a role she plays in this case. So it's really, really cool. Anyway, I forgot Lotta was in this case. I genuinely did not remember Lotta being in this case. I thought Lotta just did not reappear in a mainline Ace Attorney game after Reunion and Turnabout. I thought that was the end of her. I know that she reappears in the investigation games. I think just as a background character, though. I don't think as like an actual side character, just as like a background character. But no, apparently she's here too. But this, I'm pretty sure, is her last appearance, because I do not remember her at all in the third game. So this is Lotta's last appearance. Which is great. You know what would have been better, though? If if this was Old Bag's last appearance, but no, Old Bag sticks around, baby. Fuck. Old Bag sticks around for a while, because not only is she in the third game, but she's also in she's in the first Investigations game in 2 different scenarios, I think. I don't remember if she's in Investigations 2. She might be. But she's not in any game after that. If she is in Investigations 2, that's her last appearance, I think. But yeah, that is going to be it for now. Next time we'll do the first trial. Because there's always 2 trials. But yeah, we'll do the first trial. And just move on from there. Thank you all for watching. Especially if you got this far and stick around. Because there's a lot more to come.